Hello there, everyone. It's film and TV review. Yes, film and TV review. And I've got a few films lined up. One is not on YouTube, unfortunately. But the likes of this one that's behind me, The Messenger, Kill the Messenger, Jeremy Renner. It's a cracking film. True story. What happens? It's what happens today. He's a reporter, and it's well worth a watch. It really is well worth a watch. Excuse me. And it says it's a must. What I mean by saying a must, it's a must watch because it's true, and really what goes on today without giving too much away. Without giving too much away. And as soon as you watch it, don't forget it's based on a true story. And as soon as you start watching it, you'll understand what I'm trying to say without me giving too much away. A very good story, true story. And there's one film that is you'll have to try and get it somehow, and it's good. Really is good, and it's called. You can't get it on YouTube, unfortunately, and it's a new film. It's called Apex with Charlize Theron. She's a great actress here, one of the best. Oscar winner. But this is good. Really good. And that's Apex. Apex. It's about a girl who excuse me. It's about a girl, she's married to this fella. But the mountain climbers, mountaineers. And then she goes to Australia because her husband's from Australia. I'll just leave it at that. Watch it. Watch it. Apex. But you get some great films, on YouTube. There's one, I don't like this fella, found out all about him, but I mean in reality, real life. Michael Douglas in Black Rain. It's really good. Andy Garcia. Black Rain. You get that on YouTube. Really good film. See what you say. And a few more, actually. Mark Simons. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Frank. I'm familiar. Hey, Mark. Mona Frank and chat says, let's see. Remember to like and subscribe. I thank you. I thank you, T, for saying that. Thank you so much. Really, thank you. Hello, TW. Says Edward. Edward. Hello, Frank and chat. Hey, Edward. Darryl. I'm just a poor boy from Liverpool. That song was written about me, Believe it or not. It's a cracking song, but you can't fucking play it. We can't play it through because would you believe copyright? I can't even play the one I made, the record I made, because of copyright. What's that all about? Excuse me. I'm really pissed off though with this. I mightn't get me tooth done, you know. I go nowhere. I go nowhere. I don't go out. Can't even go on holiday. And to get that done, you know, it's already cost me just going up there 300 quid every time. You know, like 100 quid over going there to the dentist. And I was thinking last night, after I finished the pod last night, I thought, oh, what's the point of getting a fucking tooth in? That's going to cost, you know, 1,500 quid. That's what it'll end up, 1,500, 1,600 in the end. Fucking dead. You know the way they say they rob the poor to give to the rich? That's saying true. Come on. 1,600 quid, you know, that'll be everything. So our Francis said, well, she said, what I'll do, Dad, is I'll ring around for you next week. She said, that's ridiculous. Because I said to the dentist, I said, I'll have that one, which was 835 quid. I'll have that. And there was the middle range, by the way, the middle range bracket. I said, I'll just have that. And by the time they had things up, you know, what? So it's not 835 quid or whatever it was. It just doubles. How can that be? Anyway, fucking fed up. TW, morning, Edward. TW, big up, Daryl. Daryl, love you, Frankie. Thanks, Daryl. Don't say that too much, though. You know, people might think, hang on. And Gary Rigby, that is, Cold Fever is a great film. See, I can't even pronounce the F. Cold Fever is a great film. Cold Fever, who's in that? Why didn't you just say Cold Fever? And, you know, give the name, you know, who stars in it. Tell me full name. Cold Fever. I've never heard of it, to be honest, Gary. Never heard of it. Frank, do you like the Alien film franchise? The newest one is good. That came out in 2024. I don't mind them, actually. The old aliens. And Daryl says, I'm watching Overboard as we speak with Kate Russell and Goldie Hawn. Well, there's one you can get with Goldie Hawn, and I think it's good. It's on YouTube, you can get it. House City. It's not that funny. That is funny. House City. So that's recommended. That's recommended. Thanks for reminding me, Darryl, when you mentioned Goldie. Or but anyway, House City with Steve Martin and Goldie. It is good. It is funny. House City. Looks probably recent have all seen it. And see, it looks like Apex is on Netflix. But if it is, go and get it. It's good. CW. It's a good film. As with The Game with Michael Douglas, yeah, that's a very good. Yeah, Sean Penn. I don't like Michael. I don't like it. I despise his dad. I won't watch anything with his dad in. You know, he's dead now. But horrible man. And he takes after him, by the way. He takes after him, Michael Douglas. Takes after his dad. Horrible. Read all about him. Watched things about him. But in Black Rain, you know, the likes of The Game as well. That's a very good, you know, he's good. But I won't watch him, you know, because when I watch something, that just hits me in the face, you know, the real life person. And that's what it's all about, unfortunately. But, you know, Black Rain is very good with him in. And as you said there, The Game is very good as well. Andy Garcia is good in The Godfather. So he said, yeah, he thought that he was going to get he became the Godfather, didn't he? Himself. And he thought, you know, he took over Al Pacino's role. But it stopped then. There was no more Godfathers. And he really thought that he was. I'll tell you what he was good in as well. I think it was Meg Ryan. I think it was. In it. When a Man Loves a Woman. I think that's the title. Big long title. I think so. And he's an airline pilot. And his wife's a drunk. Only young. It's good. That's a very good film. I like Garcia. Very good actor. You know me, Paul Bay. Come on, Frank and chat. Recovering from cataract view is better, but a bit painful. Good morning, Frank. Yeah, recovering from cataract view is better, but a bit painful. I've got them myself, mate. Got them myself. Still in pain. I'm in pain now. My left elbow. I got some medication for my pain as well. I haven't used it yet. Fucking hell. Fucking fallen to bits. And Paul, it's horrible. I've been 3 times, you know, about this suit, and each time it's cost me £100, just over, going there. It's in Hunts Cross. Couldn't get a fucking dentist anywhere in town. And I ended up having to go there So I thought, oh, fuck it, why should I? Well, as I said, I don't go out. I was supposed to go on holiday at the end of this month. It wouldn't have been a holiday for me. I just wanted to show Sophia, my granddaughter, Verona, and Verona and Juliet's balcony. Because she likes Romeo and Juliet, believe it or not. And the big Colosseum, that's in Verona as well. Where I've seen an opera, by the way, called Aida. Dun, 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 dun. Fantastic. Seeing Macbeth in Italian. There. Even if you don't understand the language, you can still follow if you know the story of Macbeth. Fantastic. At the arena. Colosseum it is. This is fucking ridiculous, this. Fucking sitting in here. I tell you another thing as well, which very disappointed. I won't watch anything fucking woke. And it's the brand new Hamlet. Not Hamlet. It's Hamlet, the proper story, Hamlet. Nah. Woke. And set in modern day. Hamlet, set in modern. I hate that. That's why I won't go and say like Hamlet's song, say down at the Empire or somewhere. If it's an ordinary company, I'd go and watch it. But the RSC, they always do it in the 20s or 30s, with tuxedos on. Any Shakespeare play. And I won't watch it. I like traditional dress. I just like traditional dress, not modern day dress. And this new Hamlet, okay, now. I just put it on there and I went, no. That's with Joey Zaza. So I'll give that a go, Frank. Says Darryl. Nice top, Frank, says Paul Bear. Yeah, it's the live birds. Oh, okay, no. It's the live bird, no. Can't fucking say it. I'm useless anyway. Well, that's the live birds. Hat, scarf or a badge. And when I decided not to go away in May, I'm just going to wear this out up there, over there, Italy. A couple of others to show where I'm from and who I support. But not going now. Shame. Paid for it as well. Paid for the old holiday. For Francine and Sophia and myself. I can't fucking go. Have you seen the film where Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone box each other? No. I like Stallone, actually. He does. What's that Jeremy Renner film, Frank? It's a cracking film, and it says "Kill the Messenger" behind me. It is. There it is. Kill the Messenger. It's really good, Daryl. It's a must-see. True story. The fraudster and Arnie Slot. Don't watch it. You will be bored after 45 minutes. The fraud. And she's still life with Eddie Marsan and Joanne Froggatt was a very good film. Great recommendation, Frank. Told you, didn't I? I told you, didn't I? What a film. Highly recommended. Eddie Marsan. So poignant. Yeah, so there's another couple of films. One is a good, like, drama, I don't know, comedy, and I'd say. And you get it on YouTube. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. And it's Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin, called Midnight Run. Midnight Run. Great film. Really good film. And there's Escape from Alcatraz as well. Escape from Alcatraz. That's on YouTube with Clint, me mate Clint. And there's a smashing film. It really is. It's about a fella, and it's Halloween. And you in America, you see these little mad kids running around, and all dressed up, and that's what they do. And families, taking them out trick or treat, and so you see them, like the mothers or the fathers or both, taking these little mad kids out, and this dad takes his son out, but he goes missing because it's crowded. Loads of kids, parents, and they go to like where they sell hot dogs and ice creams, and so it's just shocking. And his son goes missing. And it's called Pay the Ghost. Pay the Ghost. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Get that on YouTube as well. Wow, what's that? What's the about for, Paul? The old mate, Paul. And Edward says Christopher Walken is good in True Romance. The same with Dennis Hopper. Two great actors, Dennis Hopper. And Christopher Walken. Stalwart, you see. Great acting. Going to see To Kill a Mockingbird on the Empire soon, Frank. Film and book were brilliant. Paul Burke, yes. Yes. I can't even go to see Macbeth. I've already paid for it. At the Empire, can't fucking go. I'm fucked. Should have seen me yesterday. Going to the dentist. And the lads who brought me up, friend of mine, was fucking late for me appointment. Fucking hell. It just fucking went the wrong way. Just went the wrong way. And he's fucking sat up there. I said, where are we going? He said, well, I've got a double back now. Oh, fucking hell. And I had to sit over an hour. Oh, well over an hour. For the appointment. Because they said, you'll have to come back. And I said, no. I said, no. I said, that's it. I said, I'm going. Oh, hang on a minute. So, anyway, they filled me in after a couple more. And be fucking careful, a dentist, if you haven't got a dentist. Honestly, fucking prices. See, remember when I had me, I've said this before, when I had my operation, whatever they fucking put in my mouth loosened my front tooth and it eventually fell out. It was all right, when it came out and recovering. But after a few months, I felt a little wobble. Like talking like that. And came out. But that cost me over 700 quid to get put right, Put right. 700. And that was with consultation and things like that. And yet this is fucking doubled. For the smaller fucking suit, by the way. So fuck it. Really, I'm really depressed, You'll enjoy that though, Paul, going to see him To Kill a Mockingbird. I've seen Midnight Run, great film. De Niro can play different characters. Oh yeah, Edward. That's why he's a great actor. And as TW said, Midnight Run is defo on YouTube. Brilliant. Yes, it is. Oh, Paul, as well, Frank says, Cuter Mods Projects. Cuter Mods. Some names come out. And he says, On the Waterfront from 1954 is a great film. Do you know what? I don't like, loads of people say this, that great actor. And that's Brando, Marlon Brando. I can't stand him. I can't stand him, man. He was great in The Godfather because he fucking took directions off Coppola. And when you see him, you're always seeing moody, especially in that car scene on the waterfront. T-Mods. I'm going to call you Projects. Projects, when you see him in that car, I think he's with Rod Steiger, isn't he, in the back of the car? And you see him, I was a consent, and you see him like that, and he's reading cue cards. He couldn't remember lines of fuck all. And that's why you see him, and he's always got that look, and he's always got that like pensive look, and looking down. It's always like that. To me, that's not acting. I can fucking do that. I can read cue cards. Yeah, Bridge on the River Kwai, brilliant film. Yes. Recommended that projects, lads. Alec Guinness. Brilliant actor. And to be honest, like Bridge on the River Kwai, they were bridges built for the logistics of the Japanese army during World War II. And they did have soldiers building them. So it's more or less a true story, albeit it isn't, if you know what I mean. There's no such thing in the Second World War, especially around Burma way. There was no such thing as nice Japanese soldiers, because if you're captured to a Japanese soldier, you're a coward, and they treated you as a coward should be treated. That's what they thought. That was their thinking anyway. Not the thoughts, but was their thinking. Edward, Mean Streets is a good one with De Niro and Harvey Keitel. Yes. Yeah. Jesus, this I'm not half fed up, you know. Fucking. I don't know what it is. I just get an itchy nose right here when every time I fucking sit in here. Every time. Escape from Alcatraz is good, you know. And you get that on YouTube. Get Carter was a great film. Michael Caine, Mr. B, yes. And I don't like Michael Caine because he is a fucking pain, greedy, fucking sly prick, him. Michael Caine. I always remember it was someone said he's a tight bastard. And so you take no notice of that. But I've seen him in an interview. And he was talking about his films. And someone mentioned Jaws 3. He says, you know, that bombed. That was one of the worst films ever made, and you were in it. And he said, yeah, he said, he sent me the script, he said, and thought that was awful. And he said, well, why did you do it? For the money. That shows you how fucking greedy he is. He doesn't need money, him. But he did it for the money. A film that bombed. And yet he's, you know, the likes of Get Carter, brilliant. He was brilliant in Zulu. There's another film, he was a war film. He was good in as well, forget the name of it. But he has been in good films, but, you know, greed. I hate greedy people. Honestly. I shouldn't have said hate. I just don't like greedy people. I don't know about you, you know. You might be different. Well, everyone's different from everybody else. But I don't like greedy people. People who go out to make money off other people who can't afford it. Know what I mean? And that's the way it is with me. And Dad says, would you think there will be more Star Wars or Star Trek coming out, Frankie? Also, will you be watching the Red Dwarf movie? No, I never ever got into that. Star Trek, I was a Trekkie, wasn't I? As I was growing up with Billy Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. It's great, though. Loved that, Star Trek. And even the franchise of the films when they came out. Big fan. I've never seen anything with Star Wars in. Never seen a Star Wars film. Not one. I like science fiction. I really do. Alien was great. Great film, though. Prometheus, you know, one of the Alien franchise, that was good as well. Prometheus. People wonder, you know, why was the spaceship called Prometheus? Well, you've got to understand what Prometheus or who Prometheus was. I'm not saying you've got to. I'll take that away. I'm sorry, but if you know what Prometheus was, who Prometheus was, he Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to us mortals. And that's how science became. It's like it's the Frankenstein book that came out by Mary Shelley. And the full title is, it's not just Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein, Prometheus Unbound. Meaning, with Prometheus giving the fire to us, we started experimenting with things with fire. Like what you get today, Bunsen burners. Always remember a little fella, Charlie Veach, was at school, college, that big he was to us, little fella. And we always used to be talking to our science teacher about football. He loved football, this fella. We were always talking to him. But every time, you'd always see Charlie Veach with his little white coat on, his little glasses. And he was always in the corner testing with his Bunsen burners. And one day we were talking to Joe Crow, you know, our teacher, football. And the next, a fucking big bang. We all jumped. I looked over. Charlie Veach. Charlie turns around and he was holding his Bunsen burner and something else in his hand like that. And he had all black soot on his head. On his face, I'm sorry. All black soot. And the window had blew out. The window was gone. Great memory, that. Funny. Could have been fucking killed, whatever he was doing with the Bunsen burner and all these mad things that he used to mix. But that was Charlie. Don't know whatever happened to Charlie. Don't know whatever happened to the lad. whether he pursued anything to do with blowing things up. Adabella. Gianlo Franco from B. Magdalena. What a name. Magdalena. That lovely. So your name is Magdalena? No, because you've got Marcella, haven't you? Is this another one? It's not your name. Magdalena. Mamma mia. Good morning anyway, Bella. Buongiorno. And the poet says, watched a good film on YouTube the other day called The Innocent with Deborah Kerr. Yes. Yes, poet. I'd heard a lot about it. And another British film called Room at the Top with Lawrence Harvey. Room at the Top, which unfortunately is not on YouTube. Yet The Innocence is very good with Deborah Kerr. Black and white though, isn't it? And Room at the Top with Lawrence Harvey. Ed Sears as well as in it. But you don't hear of Ed Sears anymore. That should be well gone, like Harvey. And the project, Frank, your Brando impression nearly killed me. Thanks for that. But that's the way he was. The way Brando was. Always looking. I'll tell you something funny, which really happened. Now, Pacino, he was new to the acting, new and producers didn't want him. He was doing The Godfather. They said, "The fuck's this fella? We need a big name." But Coppola said, "No, he's good. Trust in me, he's good." The look and the stature and everything about Pacino. And anyway, he got the part. Now, he's new to it. He's made up Pacino. Wow. Big part. Big film. And he was doing they were in a scene, him and Brando. And he goes on the set and they're waiting for Brando, And there's him, Pacino, and a couple of crew members. And there was a chair there, but there was also, which you couldn't see, these things at the bottom. 2 holds up cue cards. So Pacino, he said, "Don't say anything." He picked them up and turned them around. The cue cards. That was at the bottom there, so it'd be like, oh, yeah, going along, reading from the cue cards. And he turned them around, and anyway, they came in. Brando just noticed that, the cards were there on the deck, and so when they said action, and Pacino said his line, and you see, he said it was comical. Brando, and he's looking, and he's going on, and he was moving forward, and he went, "Hey guys, I can't see the writing." So they had to stop. They had to stop filming because Pacino was just turning the cue cards around. True story, though. Lovely Bella. Love this woman, you know. We are listening to you all. Bella, I hope you get better soon, you know. I really do. I know what pain's like. And I don't like ladies in pain. I really don't. I really don't, honest to God. That's enough for me. And fellas being in pain. No one likes fucking pain. I don't anyway. I can't go to my beloved Italy. The end of the month, I can't go. Francine said to me, Dad, get a scooter. Rely on a scooter. And she said, even at the hotel, she means well, you know, don't get me wrong. And she said, you know, just sit outside. Well, me and Sophie will just go for walks and down to the beach and things like that. I went, oh, and I'll just be sitting there like an old codger. And she said, yeah, well, come with us. I've got to give her my, I won't be going, like, I'll have to tell her. Just say, I can't go. Thank you, Bella, Marcella, Madalena. Apparently, Kane grew up dirt poor. His mum was a charwoman, so he gets money any way he wants, says the poet. Excuse me. That's a fucking. I'm sorry to say I'm swearing already. That's a cop out, that, you know, poet. Honest to God, I'm fucking poor. I grew up in a working class background. My mum worked. I could have been brought up in fucking New Zealand, mate. Get out there, I could have been brought up there. My dad was a New Zealander. He was a war hero, actually. He was a SBS, Special Boat Service officer. He has his own crew. He was in command of his own crew. He used to go out and blow up submarines and battleships and things underwater. As I said, SBS, Special Boat. And after the war, he met me mum. He met her. You know, he decided to stay here because he became friends with some sailors from Liverpool. And they were all merchant seamen before the war. So he became, you know, friends with these lads. And they went back into the merch after being demobbed from the Navy. And he decided to stay. So he stayed in Liverpool. And after a few years, bang, you know, he met my old girl, this little Italian woman. Well, she wasn't little, like, but anyway, she met him and they got married. And when I came along, he said, I'm not bringing my son up here, my boy, because Liverpool was grimy. You know, this is after the war. There were still rations. Rations were going on till 1954. And he said, no, I'll go back to New Zealand and build a home. So we went back. Then he sent for her. He built the home in Christchurch, South Island, New Zealand. And that was it. Sent for her. And he was living in the house at the time. You know, here, like my mother's family was, my granddad, my grandparents, and my great grandparents, and they were frail. And there was a couple of brothers, the younger brothers. There was about 7 of them in the house, more. So, but my great grandparents were frail at this time, all Italian, a lot of them. And when she was going, everything was packed. And my grandmother said, if you're arguing with your husband, you can't just walk up to us. It's because you're thousands of miles away. And my granddad said, go over to your grandparents, give them a good hug, and kiss them, because you won't see them again, because they were frail. Now I know that anyone can be family orientated, but the Italians are. Believe you me, the Italians are very family orientated, and she just said, "This is my mother." She said, "No, I'm not going. I'm not going. That's it." She never ever remarried because she was Roman Catholic, profound Roman Catholic. Never ever remarried or anything. Albeit she had brothers and sisters, and they all married and had kids and whatever. But she never ever remarried. The old girl. Hence me. But he had don't get me wrong, there was a big family. Loads of cousins. Like our kid, for example, Jared, brothers. So you should write a book, like a film. Citizen Kane. Mum said it was brilliant. Orson Welles, great actor, great director. Orson Welles. And Orson Welles, I'll give you something, I'll give you this for nothing. Every film he was in, he always had his face changed, He always had his face, whether it was his nose, whether it was his eyes, whether it was his cheeks, whether anything. Every film. There's a film which I think is one of the best with Orson Welles, and he plays a German director. Not that funny. And it's called The VIPs. And Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's in it. And a French actor called Louis Jourdan. And it's brilliant. If you've never seen it, watch it. Watch it. And but the outstanding performances, we had Taylor and Burton are fantastic. Michael Hordern, he's the manager of this airport. Fantastic. Great stalwart actors like Richard Waters. Unbelievable. But you've got to watch Margaret Rutherford and Orson Welles together. So funny. So funny. She's like a duchess or something, or but eccentric, and she owns this massive estate, big house. And Margaret Rutherford is Margaret Rutherford. As I said, she's an eccentric person in this. And she's trying to raise money to save her home, her ancestral home, this massive estate thing, this big, massive home. And you see Orson Welles, and he's looking, and he wants to do some film. I forget what it was, about a king, or whatever. And he's talking to his little mate, this little producer who looks after Orson Welles. Fucking funny, honest. Like that, size. And he said, I want this big home. I like this big home. This will be very good. Very good for the film. And see Margaret Rutherford standing there, looking at these two and looking at the picture of her home, big poster of her home at the airport. And she said, oh, that's what you're talking about. That wasn't built at the time of the king. You wanted to, you're talking about the king. And he went, and who are you, madam? Who are you, madam, to tell me, the great, whatever his name was, forget his name. And she said, but that's my own. He said, we can do business, yes. You want to see it? It's brilliant. It's called The VIPs. Great film. Loved it. But there's serious, Dame Maggie's in it as well. Dame Maggie Smith. Excuse me, I'm fucked now. Oh, for fuck's sake. I fucked everything up here, people. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's this? What the fuck? I'm sorry there, people. I'm cracking up. Really am cracking up. Poor Frank is cracking up. What good films can I've just been going through them, Gary. Good films, all right. Good films on YouTube. This one here. You've got this as a must. Okay, now. Kill the Messenger. Kill the Messenger. True story. Must watch. Jeremy Renner. Escape from Alcatraz. Clint. Midnight Run. De Niro. Black Rain. That Michael Douglas fella. Pay the Ghost. With Nicolas Cage. Great film. If you want a gentle, nice film, just a joyous thing, to watch, I think it's a clever film as well. And it's called Family Man. The Family Man. The Family Man. Clever film. Very good. Really good. With Nick Cage again. I'll tell you what's just come on the YouTube as well. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But it pissed me off. Great actors in it. I'm talking about the remake in the 70s, 78 or 79, with Donald Sutherland and Jeff Goldblum. But Jeff Goldblum got on me fucking nerves, and he's a good actor. But it was trying to bring all this philosophy, and Leonard Nimoy's in it as well, Mr. Spock. He's in it. He's a psychiatrist, because people are saying, listen, you know, this is not my husband, or this is not my wife, or whatever. The body snatchers say they're taking over, aren't they? The humans. And it's got no emotion. It is good. It is good. But there's a scene in it which I fucking hated at the time as well. And when I looked at it the other day, I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. The scene got on my nerves where Donald Sutherland brings his colleague to see the psychiatrist. That's Leonard Nimoy, because she's saying, my husband's not him. And he just said, that's all paranoia going around. So he said, come and see, this great... and that's where Goldblum is. And he's just talking a fucking rubbish, I don't know what they were trying to do, the filmmaker, the director, because he has him talking over. Goldblum was talking over Donald Sutherland, who was on the phone to the police. And he was just talking fucking rubbish. I thought, why did they do that? I don't like things like that, but that's me. I shouldn't do these things, should I? Bella, daughter Magdalena, you're right. Great film. QT. So it's Magdalena, eh? Bella's daughter Magdalena. You're right. Great film. So we've got two daughters now, Marcella and Magdalena. Mr. B, Black Mass. We've never seen that. Gary, yeah, it's true that. Came up to to take over the clubs. Got fucking chased. True that. They went like, get out of it. Absolutely genuine, though. Craze. Thought they could take over, you see, like the club scenes and make money. Got chased. Got chased, Gary. And Mr. B, Gary Spears would make a great film, Kiwi Man. Gary Spears would make a great film, Kiwi Man. Who's Gary Spears? Lost there, Mr. B. Honestly, sorry, mate. And the poet, Dougie Pomford, was in the SBS. He set up the Golden Gloves Boxing Club after the war. He's buried in Anfield. I'll go away. Dougie Pomford. Golden Gloves. I think Alan Rudd come forth for them, didn't he, as an amateur? Oh, for fuck's sake, this is shocking, this. It just gets itchy. And you might that's why I use this, to stop the itch. Because if you do that scratch, you might think I'm fucking got my fucking finger up here somewhere I haven't. Give up. Give up. Yeah, Alan will come forth for them, poet. Mona Frank and chat. My dad showed me the series Dash Brilliant Film, Barry, which was shown on film format later with Jürgen Prochnow. Loved it. Great actor is Jürgen Prochnow. Really is a great actor, and that's a great film. Das Boot. Das Boot. The boat. Because the submarine in German is Unterseebooten. Unterseebooten. That's why it was called Das Boot, the boot, the boat. Unterseebooten. Me old mate stay. I bet he's gone now. He always fucking goes. Fallout. Brilliant on Amazon. Fallout. Fallout stay. Also available on Prime as one of the greatest and probably not widely known British films ever. Brilliant. The Offence. Now then. Sean Connery and directed by Sidney Lumet. Get it watched. Then thank me later. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Offence. Brilliant film. Plays a detective, doesn't he? And one of my favourite actors as well. And I can't fucking think of his name. Isn't it? And he's tormenting him, isn't he? What's his fucking name? I can see him now. Forget his name. And he's one of my favourite actors. Great actor. And he's being pursued and persecuted by Sean Connery's character, this detective. Brilliant film. The Offence. Really good. Watch it. As he said. Fallout. I'll have to throw that. I'll have to get that up. But The Offence, people, is a great film. Some life story that Frank says, the poet. The way it is. When I never had a fucking clue who he was. I was only 6 months when he went. 6 months old. He said, I'm not bringing my boy up here. Grimy. And never seen a photograph of him or anything. There was nothing of him as I was growing up. He wasn't fucking mentioned. Ever. My dad. And it wasn't until, must have been about 15 years ago, I was talking to one of my uncles and he told me all about him. He said to me, you never ever bothered about your dad. I said, yes, but no one fucking spoke about him. I said, what am I supposed to do? And that's when he told me what he did. And he was nearly killed 4 times. Nearly killed. This German apparently dragged him under the water. He dived in the water, this German, on this boat. He just said a boat. I don't know what kind of fucking boat it was going to be in it. I don't think it was a battleship because he just said a boat. And he just dived in the water because he seen me dad. I think he was I don't know what he was fucking doing. And he said he dragged him under. He nearly drowned. He said he got away from the German, got away from him, and got away from them. You know, the Germans. He never says where, like, if you know what I mean. Never says where they were. But at least he told me lots about them. And the poet said, that boat was, yes, it was. Very long as well, wasn't it? And Bella says, Frank, Mum said you should definitely write a book or make a film of your life and your experiences. It would be so interesting. I could tell you loads of things about me personally. Frank said, Clank, who knew? 60 years old. Great Steve. Lovely fella. You know, with being at uni, you know, they wrote to me, this is about this fucking fella here. And he said, you know, would you put up become a host to put up a university student foreign who come over and, you know, not like to stay, but, you know, just visit Liverpool. You know, they go around the world, don't they, some students, whatever they're doing. Anyway, I said, yeah. Anyway, this girl came to me and she was a Vietnam. Was she a Vietnam? Southern Vietnam? Was she? No. What was she? I think she was a Thai girl. Thai. And she came over anyway, and she stayed for 3 days here, you know, my place. Anyway, put it up. And I phoned him, and I said, can I go in your place? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. So we went down. I was showing her around Liverpool this day. Went first place was his. I said to him, you know, get me into the town hall. He said, all right. So anyway, he got me in there. And Sly Boots was in there waiting for me. And I didn't know. So I walks in with this little Thai girl. And I'm saying, you know, outside I'm doing this is. And she was made up. So he walks in like that. Right. Now, don't forget, I'm going to show her all around Liverpool. All around. So anyway, he goes in, and there was loads of people. And they were on a tour of the town hall. And I walks in, and they all go, oh, are you Frank? You know, they knew me. They knew me. And they all said, are you Frank? And yeah, you know, yeah. And I went, don't forget, this girl is up to here on my elbow. She's dead small. And anyway, you know, oh, it's great to see you, Frank. All right, thank you, you know. And then all of a sudden, a voice boomed out. And it was Stable. And he said, Frank, is that the mail order bride you've got? You know, you got last week. Has she come through? When are you getting married? Can I be your best man? Mail order bride. And every one of them just stopped, silence, and all looked at me and the girl. And I went, I didn't know what to say. I just didn't know what to say. But anyway, when I was going around the town, I was meeting people who I knew, you know, like old friends and whatever. And I was saying, oh, this is, you know, a girl from Thailand, you know, students. She's on her way around the world and putting her up for a couple of days. And I had to go around every fucking where I went. I had to say who this girl was because that resonated in my mind, is that your mail order bride? Him, stay ever. Lord of Brian. Should have seen the looks on the people. Who, Frank? And Barry said, sorry, I think the film came before the series. Das Boot. Yeah, I seen the film. I never watched the series. I watched the actual film, Das Boot. Barry. And Mr. B. Ian Bannon. Thank you, Steve-O. Ian Bannon. I'm currently horror just now. It's about a Dutch coach struggling to find 3 points most games, yet the Yank keeps him from entertainment value. I'm currently horror just now. It's about a Dutch coach struggling to find 3 points most games, yet the Yanks keep him from 4. Yanks keep him for entertainment. Oh, I see. And what's that called? Oh, hang on. Is that Fall? No, that's Steve. Forget what film you mentioned. Sorry. The Yanks keep anyone for fucking entertainment. Don't prick. Thank you, Steve. Ian Bannon, great actor. Great film, as you said. Highly recommended. The Offence. Connery. Brilliant in it. Connery's a great actor, you know. If you can ever get it up, watch it. And it's called The Hill. Fantastic film. And he should have got an Oscar for that. Connery. But he was playing James Bond at the time as well. I don't think that they could have given James Bond an Oscar, could they? You know, the actor who plays him. And he should have got an Oscar for it. One of the great films is The Hill. And great actors in it. I tell you, he was one of the most underrated actors. Brilliant actor. Was Roy Kinnear. Roy Kinnear. And he's in Alfred Lynch is in it as well. You wouldn't know who Alfred Lynch is, but if you've seen him, you'd go, oh, yeah, I've seen him before. Great actor. But Ian Bannon was in Harry Andrews was in The Hill as well. Ian Bannon. Brilliant. Brilliant film. Watch it. Try and get it. Watch it. Black and white. For authenticity. The lovely. I'm so sorry you won't be making it to Italy, Frank. My mum was also planning a trip there this year, but unfortunately she can't go on. It's horrible, Madalena. It's horrible. You know, I paid for the holiday, everything. And all of a sudden, you know, I was hit with all this fucking nonsense. Because I wanted to bring Sophia, who loves Romeo and Juliet, and it's her 14th birthday as well. It's my birthday this month, and also Francine's. So I said, I'll take you to Italy. I'm only doing it for Sophia. And bring her to Verona. We was staying at a place where I've been many times, actually, Lido di Eslo. The finest beach in Europe it's got. Not that I'm a beach fella. I just go on excursions wherever I go. And I always used to make north and south, right? Lido for me, north, and where I go around, you know, excursions. And I was going to go to Bologna this year. I love Bologna. I wanted to show Francine Bologna. And she came out with the do you know, is that where the bolognese was? I said, no, they go mad at that. If you ask for bolognese in Bologna, they go mad. And it was the first university I wanted to go and see it. I've never been, and I wanted to go and see where the very first university was in the entire world, in Bologna, higher education. It's horrible, Magdalena, about me and your mum. Fucking hell, Steve. Right, another great British film, if you can find it, The Wreck-It. Brilliant. Seen it. Seen it. Nicole Williamson. It's set in Liverpool in the 60s. Everton Michael Marler, a businessman in London, returns home following a family tragedy, loses his posh act. Brilliant, that the way they did that. He's married to another actress in it called Anne Bell, who was a great actress. And she just, like, if you see Anne Bell, you go, oh, yes, that's it. When he gets back home, brilliant acting from Nicole Williamson. Yes, great Irish actor. Another one, if you can find it, the funniest British film ever. No, brilliant. Social Club Cake Tale, New Year's Eve, double book parties, Catholic and Protestant pensioner groups, written by Bleasdale. Yes, No Surrender. They're highly recommended. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for those recommendations, because The Offence, No Surrender, and The Reckoning's a cracking film. Really is. And the way he did, like, because he's a businessman, isn't he, down in London? And he says to his wife, Anne Bell, he says, I'm going up to, do you want to come? I'm going up to Liverpool. She says, oh, I don't want to go there. And he just gives her a contemptuous look. And he comes up, and as Steve says, as soon as he gets home, he just goes to his mother's house, little terraced house, and his accent changes just like, all right, Ma, how are you? Sorry about that, and brilliant film. Brilliant film. Good recommendation there. Bleasdale. Bella. Oh. And arrivederci, Frank and Chat. Love your show. Mum has 4 girls and 3 boys. All with our names starting with M. Don't know what she was thinking. I don't know. That's brilliant, that. And I know that a couple of brothers, I know Marcel is a Liverpool fan, and the boys as well. And I know that they go to the game, and I know that they were over in Paris during the PSG game, and we all want slot out. Yes. Steve Evans is listening in. Don't talk about slot. Oh, he goes back. He just doesn't like him, put it that way. And the poet says, you should look up your dad's war records. I know loads of Kiwis and South Africans were in the LRDG, Long Range Desert Group, which was a forerunner of the SAS. Lots of Kiwis in our special forces. Yeah, as I said, he was an officer in the SBS. But what my uncle was telling me, nearly killed 4 times. He's telling me how he's killed, but I just went on about this German, pulling him under. But I think he killed a German, Because I said, well, what happened to the German? I don't ask. And I'm sure he killed him. Must have done, because he just said, don't ask. Saving his life, you see. Laughing his head off. Laughing at me, there you, Mr. B. And the poet says Doug Pomfret was a Special Forces legend. Chris Ryan from Bravo 20 mentions him in one of his books. Oh, go away. He was regarded as the best soldier in the British Army during the war, and he was a Scouser. Can't keep us Scousers down, eh? Love it. Love it, honestly. The SBS wasn't a big unit during the war. Your dad and Dougie Pomfret were probably good mates. Yeah, I'd never ever know now. I'd never know, unfortunately. I've got no records of my dad. Nothing, absolutely zilch. I haven't even got a photograph of him. The only thing that he mentioned me, he mentioned to me, my uncle, he said, there's an actor called Sterling Hayden. He said, and your dad was the image of him. I said, Sterling Hayden, you see? But he was like Sterling Hayden was from like the 40s and the 50s. And I think the 60s. And then someone said to me about The Godfather, and he was in The Godfather. Sterling Hayden, that is. He was the captain when Pacino shot him. Him and Salazzo. That was Sterling Hayden, police captain. My dad was supposed to be the image of him. But I'm like me mum. Sean Connery and his big brother Neil, nothing but bully boys back in the day. Edinburgh Tollcross might be great in films, but an absolute element of it. Go away. He became an actor, didn't he? Never quite made it. Neil Connery. But Sean Connery, great actor. And he was tough, I do know that. I know he came from a very tough background. As an amateur boxer before the war, Pomfret and Bruce Woodcock, fought a Gatti Award, or Hagler versus Ernst. Oh, Gatti versus Ward, or Hagler versus Ernst style war. Woodcock went on to be British heavyweight champ as a pro. Yeah, Bruce Woodcock. Steve, the other British belters, kind of brilliant. Yes, Long Arm of the Law. These are all the comedies, aren't they? Two-way stretch. Gumshoe. I never liked Gumshoe. I used to knock around with a girl. I'm going back to my young days. And Neville Smith was her uncle, the writer of Gumshoe. And I went up to her house and I went in and Neville Smith sitting there. Didn't fucking know him, like, you know what I mean? Gumshoe wasn't even out there. but he wrote it anyway. Loneliness at the Long Distance, brilliant. Hell is a City. I never liked Hell Drivers, you know. Never liked Hell Drivers. Stanley the Baker and Herbert Lom. Herbert the Lom. Herbert Lom was a great actor, and he played comedy as well, albeit he always played Snides. And of course, The Human Jungle. Straw Dogs, brilliant. Straw Dogs, great film. Susan George and Dusty Hoffman, great. I knew a lad who was in it from the bouldering called Del Henny. He was in that. And because he was a Scouser, you know, you've got to know at the time, every time he did something, you know, like, what was it? TV series, Family at War. Fucking none of them were Scousers. And I don't know why they never had Scousers playing Scousers. And Del Henny was one of, but Del Henny was in the Straw Dogs. He's a good-looking fella as well. And he wasn't a bad actor, but just disappeared. Del. He said Susan George was a lovely girl. And Dusty Hoffman. The Long Good Friday, brilliant film. Brilliant film. Ellen DeMeron was in it. Oh, Ellen. Never watched that Scum. I didn't fancy it, you know. But Borstal Boys, that doesn't appeal to me. But every one of them there, you know, brilliant. Thanks to you, okay, now should be on here. You want to do them? And buddy, sorry, Frank, just been waiting for the Glaziers to turn up to replace a couple of units. I've blown. Always paying out for something. Yes. Don't fucking lose a tooth. Don't eat a chunky Kit Kat. The Man Who Would Be King. Get Carter. Yes, you mentioned that before. Quadrophenia. That never appealed to me. Mac Vicker. Yesterday's Heroes a cracker one. Yes. This Spartan Life. Richard Harris. This Spartan Life. Good recs there. Good recommendations there, everyone. Mentioned it before, Frank, but yes, was my favourite Hitchcock film. Ray Milland reputedly always cherry-picked his film. He did, actually. Oscar winner, you know, The Lost Weekend. He cherry-picked that. But I think he never cherry-picked it. He was given it, and it was a, you know, opportunity, and he got an Oscar for it. And that's when you could cherry-pick your roles after you become an Oscar winner. Good shout, that, actually, Barry. Really is. Good shout. And the poet, I can't get over the fact John Gregson was from, Rex Harrison and Leslie Banks were from Liverpool too. Yes. Yeah, tell you who else. Gonna surprise you here. Dame May Whitty. Dame May Whitty. What a historical background she has. He was in our Hall of Fame at college. Gregson into our college, St. Francis Xavier's. Wooten, because he was famous, you see. I wonder if they put a picture up of me. Fucking hell. Well, listen, thanks for keeping me company this morning. I went through Steve Evans. Give me loads of films as well. But please watch Apex. Great film. Great film. Apex. Watch Kill the Messenger. Great film. I'll tell you another good film. But I've gone off this, actors and that. If they do something fucking stupid, I just go off them right away. But I watched this film when it first came out, and again, it's on YouTube. It's called The Interpreter with Nicole Kidman and Sean Penn. And Sean Penn, you know what he fucking did you? He went to Zelensky and they give him his Oscar. Oh, the fucking arsehole. Sorry to swear, Bella's lovely family. Sorry. Please forgive me. I don't swear, honest to God, I don't swear. Steve, I always tell you that. I don't swear. Okay, that's all I'm doing lately is swearing because of that slut. Stupid people like Sean Penn. And what's his name? Little Eels. He went to see Zelensky, didn't he? Ben Stiller. Jew, you see. Ben Stiller. So was Zelensky. He's become a multi-billionaire. Him. Robbing everybody. Stealing from them. Taxpayers' money from this country. And there's 4.5 million kids below the poverty line. There's pensioners struggling. And now you've got that DWP, is it? Looking into pensioners' bank accounts. What the fuck is that all about? It's shocking what they do. And yet, we've given a 100-year commitment to Ukraine. Ukraine that we fought against. Nazis, they're all fucking Nazis, every one of them. The Banderites. We fought them. You've only got to look at the MI6. Today, the head of the MI6, who's a female, and their granddad was known as the Butcher of Ukraine. Killed over 400,000 people. Her granddad. And she's fucking head of the MI6. You've only got to look at the background of von der Leyen. Her family background. Past background. Have a look. Have a look at Kaya Kallas's background. Fucking idiot, she, a total idiot, and she's the chief diplomat. It's shocking. These people and they're unelected. The bureaucrats destroying Europe. Destroying Europe. And Frederick Merz, have a look at his background, his Nazi background. And they're supplying all these Azov, these Nazi people in Ukraine. We fought against fucking Ukraine. People don't know that. Well, they do know it, but they want to ignore it because they're fucking Russophobes. No one is down there. Jesus. But he says West Wales with Yulbrenner back in the 70s. I loved it, but wasn't given the accreditation it deserved at the time, but became popular as time went on. West Wales, yeah, he plays a robot, doesn't he? A robot gunslinger. And it was a very good film, Barry. And the Evo says Clint films, every one of them. Every single one of them. I Planes Drifter, brilliant. Play Misty, yeah. Plays a DJ, yeah. And a fucking stalker, lunatic, psycho woman. Magnum Force, but I've got that. Every way, but which way? Yeah. And every way, but which way loose? Two of them. And that's the diversity of Clint. He could play the likes of Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, you can get on. No, you can't. No, you can't get that. But Escape from Alcatraz, you can get on YouTube. Honky Tonk Man, yes. Alcatraz, yes. Escape from Alcatraz, YouTube, great. $1 Million. I've never ever seen that. I never ever seen $1 Million Baby because it's about boxing, women boxing, and I'm against that. And it's it. Like and subscribe on your way out, please, says the T. Thank you, T. And the Evo, yeah, you fucking do. And laughs. The Evo. Great lad, Steve. Great lad. He's an old great on. I wish I knew you like I knew Steve. Personally, honest to God. I really would. Like to know you all. I've told you, Frank, the Western elites will never forgive the Russian people for defeating fascism. Absolutely, poet. Yes. And yet they support this Zelensky. And what is he? I remember when we got to Kiev in the final, and our Francine said, I said no, the full on Nazi stuff. And she said, oh, wait, Dad. And I tried to tell her, but I said, I'm not fucking going there. No way. No way. See you tomorrow, Frank. No swearing now. Says, piss off, you. Johan. You know, Johan. What's this you're saying about our stunning and brave Kaya Kallas? What's she like, Johan? She's the head diplomat of the EU, head diplomat, and she's thick. She's thick. She really is. She's a Russophobe. Just hates Russia. And yet, her granddad was saved by the Russians, by the Soviets in the Second World War. And he joined them. I wonder what he'd fucking think of it. This stupid woman. Johan, there's a film there, mate, and I've mentioned it before, called Apex. You've got to watch it. Apex. Cracking film. But you can't, it's not on YouTube, so you'll have to stream it. It's brilliant. Steve, Gran Torino, Line of Fire is a great film. The Mule. Yes. Is that with Shirley MacLaine in? She was a right one here, you know, Shirley. Wouldn't think so, would you? Shirley MacLaine. The Beguiled. Yeah, fucking mad one, that. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yes. Kelly's Heroes is a brilliant film. Steve. Really great film. Good man, Steve. Up the Reds. After he kick off tomorrow, isn't it? Yes. An hour early, I think. Yes. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. Frank says, Phil, Clint Eastwood was mayor, yeah, of Carmel in California, yeah. A famous speaker called Earl Nightingale lived there. Was an ambition of mine when I was 40 to visit. When I was 50, was working in the hang on. When I was 40 to visit, that's Carmel, isn't it? When I was 50, I was working in the oh, go away. Go away. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Gran Torino was still a pay-per-view. Is it? Oh, fucking just get a steam. And the Johan says, is Apex the new one about a lady in the wilderness? Watch it. It's, you know, she's married, this girl, but she's a mountaineer. Her and her husband. And Eric Banner is her husband. And something happens. And Eric Banner is a Australian. Get her eye there, Mrs. Jessup. She's an Australian. He's an Australian. She's an American, obviously. And she goes to Australia. Watch it. Watch it, Johan. Where Eagles Day? Oh, he never got that. He never got it. Steve-O. Brilliant. That was great, that, Clint. I'm betting. Shirley MacLaine wasn't in the Mule, mate. She was, okay. Yeah, she was in Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Yeah. The Mule. Oh, I know, The Mule. That was one of his latest ones, wasn't it? Where about the drugs. Yes. Great film, that. That's right, mate. Oh, yeah, you never got this one, Steve-O. The Eiger Sanction. Great film. Great. He's made some great films, you know, as the old Clint. And Phil says, just been watching some of Mo Salah interviews. Emotional for me. And something definitely gone on. Salah thanked Gerrard for visiting his house to continue not to walk out. Oh, so sad. Definitely Phil gone on. Don't mention Slot. Steve who's listening in. He's not a slot in. He's not a slot in. Believe you me. And Steve Evans and myself, and it's not just lately. We're going back last season. Wanted this fraud out. And on that note, please watch as well the VIPs. Clint's not in that one, but watch it. The VIPs. As I mentioned, Taylor and Burton are in it. Louis Jourdan, great French actor. And those three, there's a thing about those three. Burton, Taylor, and Michael Hordern's in it. Brilliant British actor. From the old school. Great Shakespearean actor. Dame Maggie's in it. Margaret Rutherford. Orson Welles. Watch it, please. VIPs. If you haven't watched it, highly recommend it. Never seen it yet. Oh, go away. Stay Evo, you never seen that? I Planes Drifter is brilliant that. And have you noticed in I Planes Drifter where you see him and he just comes into that town? Fucking brilliant. And it's called Largo. And it's an anagram of jail. It's a bit like gold, jail. Brilliant. Brilliant. I like clever films. It's honestly, you might think, we've been saying all these unbelievable films about what Clint Eastwood's been in. Another, Sean Connery, they're like The Offense. Unbelievable films. The likes of this one, Kill the Messenger. Please watch this. Please watch it. It's only what's going on today. Jeremy Renner. Great now. True story. Please watch it. And, but just watch the VIPs. And if you want a gentle sort of film, getting away from all that hard stuff, please watch The Family Man. It's getting away from it all, but it's a gentle, clever film. It's really good, honestly. And you see the diverse acting of Nicolas Cage. Honestly, just try and watch it. Please, for my sake. And if you like a little horror, have a look at Pay the Ghost. It's not a horror as such, but watch it. About a Halloween thing and what his lad goes missing. Brilliant. Nick the Cage. And that's on YouTube. Two of them, The Family Man and Pay the Ghost, both on YouTube. Watch them. And Phil says, late to join today, Fran, but I hit the like. Least we can do. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Mystic River, directed by Clint, is boss. Did he direct that? Go away. Is that with River Phoenix? I know he's directed a few. There's a film, you know, and I've been trying to think of it, and I don't think it's been mentioned on there. And Genevieve Bujold, you know, the French actress, she's in it. Genevieve Bujold, and he's a cop in it. He's not like he's not a dirty Harry or anything, but he's a cop, and I don't know the title of it. No, Sean Penn and Kevin the Bacon. I like Kevin Bacon. He's a genuine nice fella, apparently. Yeah, Tightrope. Thanks, T. Brilliant. Thank you. Coogan's Bluff. Another one. Tightrope, though. That Tightrope. Have a look at that. Fucking hell, it's good. Coogan's Bluff. That's another. How many films has this fucking fella made? Yeah. Mystic River. Yeah, with Penn and Bacon. I was watching some, you know, it wasn't a documentary on Kevin Bacon or whatever. But you see him dancing. Fucking hell, he was dancing him. Fucking legs going everywhere. Kevin the Bake. But I like Kevin the Bake. I like him. I think he's good. He was in a film there. I forget what it was called. They go out, you know, his wife, a couple of kids, another couple and their kids, and they're in the fucking desert somewhere. I want to see that one. Don't know what it's called. Forget. I only seen it the once, but it was good. It was really good. And Phil says, by the way, Frank, watch the Salah interviews is talking about telling the hierarchies that they need someone to replace him, Mo, to keep the dressing room training. Oh, yes. I'll have to watch that. I love Mo Salah. Mo Salah won us the league last season. Baldyhead didn't. He didn't. I'm telling you now. Without Mo Salah. And people are having a go at Mo. And these are not proper fucking Liverpool fans. These are not proper. These are fucking tickles. Because they're not only having a go at Mo, they're trying to keep the fucking slot man there. And they're having a go at Jurgen fucking Klopp. Oh, you know, he only won us one league in 30 years. You know, this type. Fuck. It really, they fucking get on me nerves, these people. Having a go at Jurgen Klopp. And trying to, you know, bull up this prick. Fucking Slot, who was absolutely clueless, useless. Oh. See? I'm on a downer again. Should have stuck to the VIPs. Margaret Rutherford. Orson Welles. Fuck. That's another one, The Unforgiven. with Gene Hackman. What's a film called, and you get it on YouTube, called Heist. One word, Heist. 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 Brilliant. There's a great black actor in it named Delroy Lindo. And you do see him in films. You do see him in sorry. No. But you do see him in, these films. How can I put this? And you just see, oh yeah, I know him. I'm trying to think of another film he was in with Stanley Tucci. I like Stanley Tucci. And Aaron, I'll tell you what it was called. No, I won't. Let's go. Oh, The Core. He was in The Core. The Core, that's a good film. Watch that as well. That's on YouTube. The Core, where they go into the centre of the air. Aaron Lockhart, Eckhart is it? And that's Hilary Swank. She's in it. Delroy Lindo, Stanley Tucci. Brilliant. Unforgiven's a great film. Gene Hackman. Yes, yeah, you're right there, Stay. Yeah, Death Sentence. Brilliant. He's great in that. Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon, Sausage and Eggs. Some name that, isn't it? And Phil. Frank, some of your opinions are vindicated. Thank you. Do you mean me swear? And Steve says, Jürgen, one Prem, European Cup, Super Cup, Club World Cup, 2 League Cups, the FA Cup. Do you know what? Honest to God, and this fucking fella, and they're having a go at him. He's won everything that a football club can win in anything. And who else has done that? On a shoestring budget. Michael Edwards hated Klopp. Oh, there's too much. Too much. And Phil says, bloody hell, Frank, was Clint in Gilligan's Island? If he wasn't, I'm surprised he was in everything else. Yes. Yes, I love the Dirty Harry franchise. And Steve Evo mentions I Planes Drifter. What a film that is. Oh. He's nearly a fucking 100 now. And Mo Salah was driven out of the club. He was telling the truth all along. Yes, he was. Fucking slot. And Steve Evo says, it was going to send in Nero films. I'll be here all week. Brilliant, Steve. I might be doing one of an evening, a film night. Because we're trying to work it out. Trying to work out this fucking thing here. I just hope we'll be able to show it. Why they sank her. DVD. Why they sank the Titanic. What a story. What footage. Incredible footage that you will never ever see. The only fucking time you'll see it is on that, because everything was banned. TW Heist. Excellent film. It is, isn't it? Fantastic film. Please watch it, people. Highly recommended. Heist. The old mate Lee Brady. Hello, Frank. How's you? Going to pictures on Tuesday to see the new Mummy film. Was also at a premiere the other night to see Semolina Pilchards. It's called at the Epstein Neptune. Was good. Sean Lewis, Emmerich there. John May and a few others from John McArdle. Been on my show, John. Lovely fella. I showed him around Liverpool, you know. Him and a few bit. So funny. And they go. One of them was like, I said, do you see that over there? Have a look. Have a look at it. And the fellow went like, I can't see. And they go, take a fucking bit, glasses out. Here he has. Try them. He's trying all these glasses. He said, I can see it. They're that funny. Semolina, and I love Semolina, you know. I love it. And Sago. Is it Sago? Love it. Just remind, and I never get it. No, I never buy a tin or anything. Be me little apple cart. I need to watch some Clint films. Legend says that. Stay Evos just named them all. Watch that High Plains Drifter, TW. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's a cracking film. Tightrope as well. Tightrope, where he's a detective. It's good. Cracking film. And the Evo says, the fella who videoed people spending money on the cop concourse last week and calling them scabs has been banned by the club. For fuck's sake. Is that true? Oh, no, yeah, I must be. But banned? There's no answer to that. You can't even comment. These are the owners, mate. You know that. These are the owners. Laughing at us. Think we're stupid. And Lee says, yeah, seeing that stay. They're terrible that for speaking the truth. I understand, I understand what he was saying, you know, moaning about ticket prices going up and FSG just not listening to us when they're all billionaires. They don't need to do that. And fans are spending inside the club, putting more money into their pockets. And this guy gets banned for saying something. Freedom of speech. That's why I always put up at scarf or a badge. The likes I've had this for fucking years. Top quality. I haven't got the thing up, unfortunately, there. That scarf or a badge, all top quality stuff, all Liverpool merchandise. Michael Dean and the lovely Michelle, his wife. And they don't half look after you, you know. And they're open on match days for 2 hours. Just go into the shop and have a look around. You'll get bargains, honestly, all top quality stuff, like what I'm wearing now. And they're just lovely. And if you can't get onto, you can't get there, you know, in the day, just go to atscarforabadge.com and you'll see all the merchandise, what they have. They've got everything. Small business. And the Liverpool supporters, obviously, and they go to the game. Michael Dean's a lovely man. And his wife, Michelle, lovely woman. Looks after you. Both of them. Don't be spending fucking... my mate there, Johan. Frank, you could ask Jason to pull the footage from the DVD and share it in a public Google Drive for us to watch so that you don't have to broadcast it on your... Oh, go away. Tell the J-Star. Thanks, Johan. Great, Johan, isn't he? And Brady, yes. Frank banned for standing up against the owners. Said he had a season ticket for over 40 odd years. It's like the United fans, you know, they were wanting Ten Hag out. They were wanting Ollie at the wheel out. Ten Hag, especially Ten Hag, because he was a useless man, yet he was a better manager than this fucking slot fella. And I always remember when we got rid of Hicks and Gillette, the Man United fans actually were saying, don't bring more Yanks in. Don't bring them in. And we fucking did. I didn't want them in the first place, you know that. Hicks and Gillette. And then it was Poulsen and Broughton. That Broughton was a season ticket holder, you know, for Chelsea. He's in one of the fucking directors. And he knew if we sold to, it was the Arabs actually he was going to sell to. And they said, Broughton, you know, they didn't want Liverpool to be a competitor against or a massive rival if they sold them to the Arabs. Because Chelsea at the time they were at their peak. They were brilliant, Chelsea. And they didn't want Liverpool to have a thing with money, owners with money. And they knew the model of FSG. They knew the model. Sell to buy. And people think that they're great, and they're fucking not. The person who made them what they are, was Jurgen Klopp. And he never got anything, shoestring budget. Think about that, people. Shoestring budget, and look what he won. Steve Evans just put everything on. And yet you're getting their fans having a go at him, knocking him. He only won there in 30 years, you know. Fuck off. Arseholes, every fucking one of them. Liverpool supporters who come out and say things like that. They've got no answer, you see. They've got no fucking answer. when you say, tell me what he did. Oh, well, he won us the league. No, he didn't win the league. It was Mo Salah who won the league. Tell me what he did. No, he did win the league. That's all they've got. Give him another season, give him another chance. What for? To fucking ruin us? Well, these new players that are coming in, all the new players that are coming in, like they fucking did in the summer, and he couldn't fix them. Is that what you say? So what's new players coming in the summer to fix something that should never have been fixed because of him? Well, I'm going now anyway, and I hope to see you all there. Well, some of you tomorrow. Johan, please, Apex, mate. Apex. And keep away from those fucking tigers. And don't be going back to the Himalayas. Don't want you to be messing about with those Yetis either. And 50 below temperatures. Johan, have you ever seen? I always forget this place's name. It's in India, and it's a well. It's a well. Is it Chadbori or something like that? Is it Chadbori? And I was reading about it years ago, and I've seen pictures of it. Chadbori, and it's one of the most magnificent fucking wells in the world. Not like a well that you could just put a piece of string on buckles on a piece of string and down. It's incredible. The stairs going down, thousands of stairs, and people actually descend it and ascend it. Chadbori. Forget what it's called. Fantastic. Let me know, Johan, if you're still with us. Excuse me. I'm fucking dusting here, That's what it is. That's how my nose is itchy. Nose itchy. I've got an itchy nose. And Phil, Frank, in my opinion, he shouldn't have video people. He shouldn't have video people to shame them. People spending their money. Everyone is allowed to make their own minds up and disagree with targeting. No, it's a good opinion actually. Look, there are two ways to look, but it should never have been banned. It should have been warned. That's fucking Vanguard of order for the season ticket holder of 40 odd years, a Liverpool supporter. And I think that's made now. There's no compromise now with the owners. It's so he should never have been banned, but he shouldn't have fucking done it. Videoed them. He talked to them, just say, listen, this is what's happening, but not like that. Videoing them. That was wrong. That was wrong. But you do get supporters who's coming from far off lands, and they don't know anything. They're just buying the merchant that they want to buy. This is why I always come on about that scarf or a badge. Just go there. You're getting all the proper stuff. It's all quality stuff. But it is a shame. I understand that, Phil. I really do, mate. And I understand. And it's a lot of other people. He shouldn't have. You know, he should have just said, listen, we're asking people not to buy because of videoing them. But it is wrong. I don't think now it's a big mistake by the club to ban them. And all the blame, the 100% blame, will go on the owners. And I don't want the fucking owners there. Never wanted them. Johan, I've been to a stepwell. I've been to a step in Guttarat called Rani Ki Vav. Sounds similar to what you're describing. Oh, okay. Let me get my history cap on. I think there was a king called Bori. Bori, Boari. You know, I'm going back to like hundreds of years ago. I'll try and I'll email you the name of it. But it's one of the most fantastic wells I've ever seen in my entire life. Johan, it's an incredible thing. You see the step, like there was a picture of it looking down, not at the side, but above it, looking down. It's like it's like it's hard to describe it. All the steps going down, magnificent. Do you know, like a picture you put on the wall? That's it. Yeah, that's it. Chambori. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Bori, yeah. And I've spelt it right. Bori. King. He was king. At that Chand. Yes, that's it. Rajasthan. It's the most magnificent thing I've ever seen, that, Johan. And I'm going back years ago when I see it. And you know the way it always keeps in your mind. And I was only thinking the other day, and I was thinking about you, and I went, I wonder if he knows about that well. Get in there. It's in the desert, bloody 55 to grip off. I stay where you are, stay in the Himalayas. Get back to the Himalayas. Johan, love you, mate. Love you. Brilliant. And I'll do that, Johan. I'll ask Jason about that. I'll just say, I'll tell him to get onto this thing. I will. And Johan, sorry, Phil says, agree, he should have not been banned. A talking to at yeah. Yeah, he should never have been banned. Not a man who's out there, like, but then again, you know, you're looking at freedom of speech. It's a hard one, isn't it? Phil, you're a one in a million, my mate. Travelled from San Fran. He loves Liverpool, but not the intricacies of local living. The intricacies of local living. You're 1 in a 1,000,000%, my mate. Travelled from San Fran. He loves Liverpool, but not the intricacies of local living. Is that Clint? Thank you for that. Johan, thank you. And fuck them degrees up. And Phil says, Frank, when you rattled a lot of poetry last night was impressive. Most of the time, I think you have your cruise control on here. Yeah, I love me poetry. I love me books. I love me literature. And I think, you see, like war poetry, for example, it gives you the horrors of war. The likes of, I love William Blake. I love Robert Browning. I think, oh, John Keats. Whoa, Keats. Browning. And it's all true stuff, you know. They're not just sitting there and just saying, oh, yes, this sunny day I walked along and seen the riverbed. It's not all that. It's experiences. Experiences. William Blake, the experiences of that man. Incredible. He looked at, like vagrancy. What's a vagrant? You can't walk down a street that's chartered or you'll be arrested. And that's just like a state. It's like today. And when London, what I mean is poem, London, I wander through its chartered streets now where the chartered Thames does flow. In marks of man of every face, I know. Marks of woe. Think about that. In every face of man I meet, marks of weakness, marks of woe. And that's what it's like today. Marks of woe. Because of the woeness of what's happening. 4.5 million children below the poverty line. There's Johan there. Johan is in India. Voluntary teaching. He's gone over to India to teach. Voluntary. I know a girl and her husband, Al's, Annie McCann, her name is, Liverpool girl. And he's a southerner, is Al's. And they go to India every year to help the poor. Scouser girl. You couldn't get any more Scouser than it. Incredible. I love people like that. The likes of William Blake, as I mentioned, he was mentioned in 1794. As the hapless soldier sighs as blood runs down palace walls, as the blackening church appalls. It's all about everything. Even today. It applies. Anyway. That's it as a compliment, by the way. Thank you, Phil. And on that wonderful note, to my mate over there in India, Johan, to all you lovely people, to my Italian family, that is, Bella Italia, Maddalena, and all the boys with the M's. Michael must be one, or Michaela. And of course, Michelle. And I'll see you very soon, eh? I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. I don't want to do this watch along, but I'll be doing it nevertheless because I just don't fancy our chances against this Man United. I really don't, I'm being honest. Against this Man United side, who are itching to get at us, by the way. And it's at Old Trafford. But I don't want us to. I want Liverpool to win every game, just like Scunthorpe United fans. They want their team to win every game. Chelsea fans want their team to win every game. Man United fans, Man City fans, any fans, Chelsea fans, anyone, Arsenal fans, they all want their team to win every game. Every game. Like I do. Everton, they just want to win a trophy sometime in the future. Not win every game, but just win something. Fucking hell. But that's that. So, on my beautiful smile, see, that looks all right, that like that, doesn't it? A smile like that. See you soon, Frank, says the big T. Thank you, T. And on that wonderful note to my Italian friends, ci vediamo domani. Possibly. Grazie. Until the rest of you, see you tomorrow or Monday. Thank you. Later on, people. Ciao.